Hi there. Forgive me, I've got a cold. I'm going to speak very, very quickly about creative writing and my experiences of it in schools um, on my PGC, and a really, really good idea for creative writing that I came across one of my placement schools. So my PGC training has pretty much been in, I wouldn't say deprived schools 'cause I hate that term, but in schools that are in areas considered to be in social deprivation. So in all four of the schools that I've trained in, we've had high pupil premiums, high pupil mobility, a high rate of EAL, and it's made, you know, I would never put anything in a box fit because that's nonsense. But it has made English specifically hard for all of the schools that I've been in. And especially with terminology and discrete grammar teaching, it's been one of the things that a lot of the teachers I've trained with had found that they have struggled with. Um, and I think what I've noticed with a lot of schemes that have been used in all of the schools is that they expect children to draw on something that they have no personal experience with. So in the sense of, right, guys, today we're going to write about going to the beach. If you ask them who's actually been to the beach, you're probably only going to get 3 children. All right, guys, we're going to talk about when we went out to a restaurant. Again, if you ask them, probably only 2 of them have been to a restaurant. So because of their limited experiences, for whatever reasons, it's very hard to draw on a personal experience and get them to write. Now, what one of my schools did, which I think is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful idea, and I think a lot of schools should really take this approach, is they ask the children to write about an emotion. And every term or half a term, they will study or cover an emotion in a range of books or a range of scenarios, but the emotion is always a theme. So, in the sense of, for example, this term we're looking at fear. So, a great way to do that, you know, and I'm sure any lecturer would probably have done this to you. Guys, you're going to have a test today. And everyone looks around like, we haven't prepared for a test. What test? What test? And that anxiety, that fear, suddenly everybody experiences it. And if you do that in a classroom, you can definitely do it in primary school. Guys, you're going to have a test today, etc. All of a sudden, everybody's got a common ground to write about. So even if they haven't read a book that relates to fear or had an experience before about fear, it's something that they can write about. Actually, let me give you a better example. So, for example, loss. Not everyone's experienced it, or everyone has. Everyone's experienced it in a different way. Some people, look, I lost my phone this morning. I couldn't find it. That's loss. I lost my mum years ago. You know, she passed away. That's loss. And what you can do is, whenever you read or explore a piece of text or explore a book, get children to think about a period in their time when they could relate to that emotion, and then apply that to whatever context that you're writing about. And that generally will work a lot better than trying to get children to only write about the framework that you've looked at, because they can draw on a personal experience. Um, Even as a different example, oh, I wish I had a book to show you. For creative writing, I'm currently in year 1. We've been doing Pass the Jam Gym, and we've been doing rhymes and onset and rhymes. And when you when we teach them discreetly in the sense of you need to write a rhyme, I get about 1 line, maybe 2 lines worth of work. But when I asked them to, well, what I did one day, which was just for lack of preparation, I said we're going to have new topic books, and we're going to just write about whatever you want. You're going to write about you're going to write about something on the weekend that happened to you, and you're going to use rhymes that you know. And all of a sudden, in the space of 50 minutes, I had about a page and pages and a half of work, and I'm like, wow, where did this all come from? Of course, you know, it wasn't grammatically correct or spelt right, but the point is that my children, because they were writing about a personal experience and sorry, a personal experience, and writing about something that they wanted to write about and something that they knew from the inside and out, top to bottom, left to right, there was a lot more attention in their work, there was a lot more of their work, and there was just a lot more creativity altogether. And even if you don't use that all the time, but use it at least, I'd say, once or twice a week to just get them to express themselves, you have a lot more to work with when it comes to writing constructive feedback, in the sense of you've done this really, really well, here's your next steps of learning, or this could be even better. That's a much better way than, well, that is creative writing, and it's a much better way than doing discrete grammar lessons or doing discrete English lessons or discrete literacy lessons. I find, again, these are my views, but I think it's something that when I do get my class, it's something that I definitely advocate, and I think it'd be really, really, or I hope that you, as a teacher or practitioner, could think about that. So yeah, those are my views on creative writing.